hell?
World War II, a global conflict that reshaped boundaries and lives, concealed countless mysteries beneath its tumultuous surface. Beyond the familiar tales of battle and heroism lies a hidden trove of extraordinary discoveries, objects and secrets hidden in the shadows of history. These finds, ranging from objects lost over time to those deliberately kept secret, tell stories of ingenuity, desperation, and the enduring human spirit. Join us as we uncover the most incredible finds of the Second World War. Number 20. The Bismarck. Deep beneath the waves of the Atlantic lies the Bismarck, a behemoth of naval warfare whose saga is as dramatic as it is tragic. Launched in 1939 and named after the legendary Chancellor Otto von Bismarck, this German battleship was a marvel of engineering, boasting formidable firepower and thick armor that seemed to render it nearly invincible. The Bismarck's mission was clear: disrupt Allied shipping lanes and dominate the seas. Its maiden voyage in May 1941 marked the beginning of what would become a brief but historic episode. Accompanied by the heavy cruiser Prince Eugen, the Bismarck engaged the British battlecruiser HMS Hood and battleship HMS Prince of Wales in the icy waters of the Atlantic. The clash was catastrophic, resulting in the sinking of the HMS Hood, a devastating blow to the British. Yet this victory painted a target on the Bismarck's back, prompting relentless pursuit by the Royal Navy. Damaged by an air attack that crippled its steering, the Bismarck's fate was sealed. On May 27, 1941, British warships cornered the wounded giant. HMS Rodney and HMS King George V led a fierce bombardment. After hours of relentless assault, the Bismarck began to sink. While some suggest the ship was intentionally sunk by its crew to avoid capture, the truth remains a subject of debate. Out of more than 2,200 crew members, only 114 survived. Lost to the depths for decades, the wreck of the Bismarck was finally located in 1989 by oceanographer Robert Ballard, who had previously discovered the wreck of the Titanic. Number 19. Bunker for Churchill's Secret Army. Winston Churchill had a secret weapon during World War II, a covert army of auxiliary units, Britain's last line of defense if the Germans invaded. These elite fighters were not just ordinary soldiers. They were locals with deep knowledge of their surroundings, trained in the arts of sabotage and assassination. Their strategy? To spring surprise attacks from hidden bases, with around 500 bunkers constructed across the country as their secret strongholds. Fortunately, the invasion never came, and Britain was spared the violence these units were prepared to unleash. As decades passed, these bunkers became the stuff of legend. The builders, sworn to secrecy under the Official Secrets Act, never spoke of their work, leading to most of these hidden fortresses being lost to history. Fast forward to 2020, a team from Forestry and Land Scotland stumbled upon one of these mythical bunkers while surveying land for a tree-felling project. Remarkably, this discovery was made possible by a team member who recalled finding one of these bunkers while playing in the forest over 40 years earlier. Measuring about 23 feet long and 10 feet wide, this underground hideaway is a rare find in modern times. To protect its historical significance, the exact location of this bunker remains undisclosed, safeguarding the secrets of Britain's silent sentinels a little longer. Number 18. Sunken Battleship. Deep in the azure waters of the Sibuyan Sea lies one of the most incredible finds of the Second World War, the Japanese battleship Musashi. Sunk during the intense Battle of Leyte Gulf on October 24, 1944, this leviathan of the seas remained lost for over 70 years, its whereabouts a lingering mystery that tantalized historians and naval enthusiasts alike. But the tale of the Musashi does not end with its sinking. It was given a new chapter by none other than Paul Allen, the billionaire co-founder of Microsoft. Driven by a fascination with World War II's Pacific Theater, Allen launched a high-tech expedition aboard his 414-foot yacht, dedicated to locating the Musashi. His quest, fueled by both passion and technology, spanned over 8 years. The Musashi, along with her sister ship, the Yamato, was one of the largest and most powerful battleships ever built, a true behemoth at 862 feet long and weighing a staggering 73,000 tons. The discovery of the Musashi was not just a triumph of modern technology and historical sleuthing, but also a poignant moment of closure for the families of the nearly 1,000 of the ship's 2,399 crew members who perished with her. Allen's team meticulously used historical records from 4 countries, combined with advanced topographical data and cutting-edge technology aboard their vessel to pinpoint the Musashi's final resting place. Number 17. A rare German wall stash. In 2021, a woman in Hagen, Germany, faced the unfortunate aftermath of severe flooding that wreaked havoc on her home. But as a family member set about the daunting task of cleaning up, removing soggy plasterboard, an unexpected discovery transformed their misfortune into a historical treasure trove. Hidden within the walls was a secret compartment crammed with an assortment of items straight out of history: documents, a revolver, gas masks, brass knuckles, letters, Nazi party badges, a portrait of Adolf Hitler, and even a newspaper dating back to 1945. This collection was more than just old relics. It was a snapshot of wartime secrecy. As Allied troops advanced through Germany towards the end of World War II, many Germans stashed away sensitive materials. However, finding such an untouched collection as this one is incredibly rare. Further investigation revealed that during the war, the house served as the local headquarters for the National Socialist People's Welfare. While known for operating kindergartens and relief efforts, the discovery of these 12 boxes filled with NSV materials could now shine a new light on the organization's involvement in the Nazi regime. Number 16. Panther tank. Hidden away in the basement of an unsuspecting residential home in the quiet northern town of Heikendorf, Germany, a stunning relic of World War II was discovered. Among the ordinary trappings of a pensioner's cellar, something extraordinary lurked: a Panther tank, alongside an anti-aircraft gun and even a torpedo. This wasn't just any tank. Many historians regard the Panther as one of the most efficient vehicles deployed by Germany during the war. The discovery in 2015 led to quite the spectacle, requiring the assistance of 20 soldiers and 9 hours to extract the massive war machine, which, intriguingly, was missing its tracks. The operation was no small feat, involving careful coordination to slide the tank onto a low loader for transport. The elderly German man who kept a World War II Panther tank in his basement was fined €250,000, about $300,000, and received a 14-month suspended prison sentence. Moreover, the pensioner has been tasked with finding new homes for these historic artifacts. Number 15. Hitler's bunker. Buried beneath the bustling streets of Berlin, the discovery of Adolf Hitler's Führer bunker marks a chilling chapter in World War II history. This underground fortress, begun in 1936 and progressively fortified, served as the final headquarters for Hitler and his closest associates as the war drew to a close. In the depths of this extensive complex, Hitler made his last desperate decisions and ultimately ended his life alongside Eva Braun, his longtime companion, as the Red Army closed in on Berlin. Despite its pivotal role in the final days of the Nazi regime, the bunker remained shrouded in secrecy for years after its initial discovery by the Soviets in May 1945. The Soviet forces, upon unearthing the bunker, were initially reserved about the details of Hitler's demise, fueling a myriad of conspiracy theories and misinformation. Throughout the Cold War, the exact location of the bunker was a closely guarded secret, and even attempts by the East German government to obliterate it in the 1950s were only partially successful. It wasn't until the late 1980s, amid the political shifts and the fall of the Berlin Wall, that the site began to attract more scrutiny. Archaeologists and historians, now able to investigate more freely, unearthed a treasure trove of artifacts from the bunker. These findings, from personal belongings to military documents, painted a vivid picture of life within the bunker, adding layers of depth to our understanding of those tumultuous final days of the Third Reich. Number 14. An Irish message for pilots. While the world was engulfed in the chaos of World War II, Ireland chose a path of neutrality. Yet, the threat of accidental bombings was a constant worry. To safeguard their skies, the Irish crafted a brilliant, visible reminder for any aircraft overhead. In the summer of 1944, they arranged 150 tons of stones into the word air, Irish for Ireland, in vast, whitewashed letters visible from the skies, signaling their neutral status to passing pilots. Fast forward to 2018, when nature itself peeled back the layers of history. Wildfires sweeping through County Wicklow cleared enough undergrowth to unveil an AIR sign at Bray, previously hidden to modern eyes. This sign, first spotted from above by a police helicopter post-fire, revealed a faint number 8, indicating a lookout post long since disappeared. This was part of a larger network, about 83 signs stretched along the Irish coast, each originally manned around the clock to watch for potential German invasions. Number 13. The U-boat wrecks. Beneath the waves of the North Atlantic, hidden stories of World War II lurk in the form of sunken German submarines, known as U-boats. These steel predators of the deep were central to the German Navy's strategy, aiming to cut off supplies to Allied forces by hunting down merchant ships across the vast ocean. The U-boats, often operating in lethal wolf packs, were a terror on the seas. They would coordinate attacks based on intelligence about the location, destination, and speed of merchant vessels. Sometimes, when wolf packs weren't practical due to geographic dispersion, a lone U-boat would stalk its prey, often for days, before launching a devastating attack with torpedoes and deck guns. On the surface, the crew could witness the havoc they wreaked. However, they had to dive quickly to avoid counterattacks, disappearing beneath the waves after sending brief combat reports back to their commanders, measuring their success by the tonnage of ships they sent to the ocean floor. One such story is that of U-576, which met its fate in the Atlantic and remained unseen for over 72 years until it was rediscovered on August 24, 2016. This find opened a window into the past, sparking questions about the final moments of the crew. Did the submarine flood causing the crew to drown, or did they suffocate, trapped inside? Investigators at the site are piecing together these mysteries, trying to understand whether any crew members tried to escape as their vessel turned into a watery grave. Number 12. Carrier Pigeon in Chimney. In a seemingly ordinary chimney in Surrey, a discovery unfolded that sounds more like a spy thriller than a slice of World War II history. Hidden away for about 70 years amid twigs and debris, the remains of a British spy pigeon told a tale of secret missions and unsung heroism. This wasn't just any pigeon. It was a carrier pigeon, one of the 50,000 deployed during the war, trained to fly hundreds of miles from Nazi-occupied territories back to Britain with vital information. This particular pigeon, bearing a coded message, met an unfortunate fate. After completing its perilous journey, the exhausted bird sought refuge on a chimney ledge, only to be overcome by fumes and fall to its demise inside the stack. It wasn't until the chimney's new owner decided to restore the fireplace that the pigeon's remains were found. Initially mistaken for a racing bird due to its robust form, the presence of a red capsule tied to its calf revealed its true identity. When the owner unscrewed the capsule, he discovered a handwritten message on cigarette paper-thin material inside. The message was swiftly sent to code breakers at Bletchley Park, the same team renowned for cracking the Nazi Enigma code, a feat that significantly shortened the war. Experts identified the capsule as the type used by the Special Operations Executive, whose operatives carried out sabotage missions in German-occupied territories. Number 11. USS Indianapolis. Beneath the vast expanse of the Philippine Sea lies a relic of World War II's brutal history, the USS Indianapolis. This U.S. Navy cruiser, tasked with delivering critical components for the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima, met a tragic fate. On July 30, 1945, just days after completing its mission, The ship was struck by torpedoes from a Japanese submarine. The attack was catastrophic. Of the 1,196 crew members aboard, approximately 300 sank with the ship. The survivors faced harrowing odds, stranded in shark-infested waters without adequate lifeboats or supplies. The ordeal of the USS Indianapolis is one of the most heartbreaking naval disasters in American history, marked by severe miscommunications that delayed rescue operations. Only 316 sailors and Marines were eventually rescued from the sea. The sinking remains the U.S. Navy's single greatest loss at sea. Decades passed before the ship's wreckage was finally discovered. In 2017, an expedition led by Paul Allen, the co-founder of Microsoft, located the remains resting at a depth of over 18,000 feet. Number 10. Douglas SBD Dauntless Bomber. Plucked from the depths of Lake Michigan, a Douglas SBD-5 Dauntless dive bomber, a relic of World War II, is set to soar again. This aircraft, which crashed 80 years ago and sank 100 feet below the surface, is now undergoing a meticulous restoration at the National Naval Aviation Museum, located at the Pensacola Naval Air Station. This effort is championed by the National World War II Museum in New Orleans, with a generous injection of funds from an anonymous donor. The Dauntless holds a place of honor in military history as the U.S. Navy's principal dive bomber at the onset of the war. Its formidable design allowed pilots to execute nearly vertical dives at angles of 80 degrees, a maneuver critical in the precision delivery of its payloads. This aircraft's crowning moment came during the 1942 Battle of Midway, where it played a pivotal role in sinking 4 Japanese ships, marking a turning point in the Pacific theater. The restoration process, expected to span several years, faces challenges. The aircraft is encrusted with zebra mussels and algae, and its wings and propeller bear the marks of its violent descent. Number 9. Operation Bernard's Counterfeit Money. In the tranquil waters of Lake Toplitz, nestled in the Austrian Alps, lies a cache of history that tells a tale of espionage not penned by any novelist. During World War II, the Nazis embarked on a secret mission, codenamed Operation Bernhard, aiming to destabilize the British economy. The plan was to flood Britain with counterfeit Bank of England notes. Orchestrated by the SS, this sinister plot utilized the skills of concentration camp inmates proficient in printing and forgery, producing an astonishing £134 million in fake currency. As the war neared its end in 1945 and the Allies advanced, the operation was abruptly halted. The counterfeit bills, now a liability, were meant to disappear, many dumped into Lake Toplitz as the SS retreated. Yet not all traces of Operation Bernhard vanished. Over the years, some of these notes resurfaced, stirring intrigue and leading to extensive investigations. In 2000, a significant discovery was made in the former abode of a senior SS officer. A hoard of these counterfeit notes, providing a tangible link to this audacious chapter of wartime espionage. The discoveries at Lake Toplitz and elsewhere have allowed historians and experts to delve into the sophisticated forgery techniques employed by the Nazis. Number 8. The Nazi Eagle. Found deep beneath the waves off Uruguay's coast, a staggering relic from the Second World War emerged after a decade-long search. A colossal 6.5-foot-tall bronze eagle, clutching a Nazi swastika in its talons. This imposing statue once adorned the stern of the Admiral Graf Spee, a German battleship embroiled in one of the earliest naval battles of the war. The Graf Spee, under the command of Captain Hans Langsdorff, was a powerhouse of the Third Reich's naval fleet. However, its journey came to a dramatic end on December 17, 1939, shortly after the intense Battle of the River Plate. In a decision that marked a pivotal moment in naval warfare history, Langsdorff scuttled his ship to prevent it from falling into enemy hands. This bronze eagle, a silent witness to these historic events, lay hidden in the depths near Montevideo until its discovery in 2006. The find sparked a legal battle over its ownership, culminating in a 2019 Supreme Court ruling that declared the eagle state property. The resolution was unorthodox, yet symbolic. The eagle would be melted down and recast into a peace dove, a transformation from a symbol of war to one of peace. Number 7. USS Yorktown. Deep beneath the Pacific waves near the remote Midway Atoll lies the USS Yorktown, an iconic American aircraft carrier with a storied past. Launched into service, this vessel swiftly became a linchpin in the Pacific theater during World War II. Its tale took a dramatic turn in June 1942 during the pivotal Battle of Midway, where it sustained critical damage from the relentless assault of Japanese torpedoes, ultimately succumbing to the sea. For over 4 decades, the whereabouts of the USS Yorktown remained one of the great unsolved mysteries of the ocean until 1998, when famed underwater explorer Dr. Robert Ballard led a successful expedition to locate it. Found more than 3 miles beneath the ocean's surface, the discovery of the USS Yorktown marked a significant milestone in marine archaeology. Equipped with advanced technology and remote-operated submersibles, Ballard's team captured stunning images of the well-preserved wreckage, providing unprecedented insights into the ship's final hours and the fierce battle that sealed its fate. Number 6. The Ghost Army. During the thick of World War II, a unique squad named the Ghost Army, made up entirely of 1,100 American artists, designers, and sound engineers, played a crucial role in deceiving Nazi forces. Despite their inability to fire real artillery or maneuver actual tanks, this top-secret unit excelled in a different kind of warfare, the art of illusion. Tasked with the monumental job of misleading the enemy about the location and size of Allied forces, the Ghost Army was an assembly of the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops and the 33rd Signal Company Special. Their tools? Inflatable tanks, fake radio transmissions, and loudspeakers that broadcasted the sounds of an army on the move. These artists of deception could simulate a force 30 times their actual size, creating the illusion of large troop movements and operations. Operating dangerously close to the front lines, sometimes as near as 4 miles from the action, their performances were not only acts of bravery, but of sheer creative genius. They were the unsung heroes whose tactics saved thousands of American lives and played a pivotal role in several key moments of the war, including from D-Day through to the Battle of the Bulge. The formation of the Ghost Army was inspired by British deception strategies used in North Africa. Established in January 1944, the unit was a bizarre yet brilliant blend of creativity and military strategy, comprising individuals from diverse professions like advertising, architecture, and even acting. Each member was chosen not just for their unique skills, but for their high intellectual capacity, with the unit boasting an average IQ of 119. Their nocturnal missions involved using gasoline-powered air compressors to inflate rubber replicas of tanks, jeeps, and even aircraft. These decoys were painted with meticulous detail to withstand scrutiny from Nazi aerial reconnaissance. Radio specialists broadcasted misleading information, skillfully mimicking the style of real military communicators, while sound engineers played recordings of military activity that could be heard up to 15 miles away. Before we move on, here's today's subscriber's pick. World War II was infamous for its sheer destructiveness and the massive loss of life it entailed, with countless young men and women sacrificed on the altar of global conflict. This image serves as a poignant reminder of the personal tragedies and the high human cost that warfare exacts. This haunting image showcases a group of soldiers captured in their final moments within the confines of a battered military vehicle. Their skeletal remains, still adorned in decayed uniforms, offer a stark visual of the war's brutal reality. With expressions eerily serene, as if caught in a perpetual slumber, these soldiers will never awaken from the sleep of death. Today, as we continue to uncover the most incredible finds of the Second World War, we are reminded of the profound impact and the enduring scars left by this global strife. This photograph not only immortalizes the physical consequences of war, but also challenges us to remember and honor those who paid the ultimate price. What does this image evoke about the sacrifices made during World War II? How should we remember and honor the sacrifices made by those in the past? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Number 5. Mass graves. In the serene yet somber shadows of the Katyn Forest lies a chilling relic of World War II, a mass grave site where approximately 22,000 Polish officers and intellectuals met a tragic fate. In 1940, these victims were executed by the Soviet NKVD, marking one of the war's most horrific crimes. For years, the Soviets shrouded this event in secrecy and denied any responsibility, casting a cloak of mystery and political controversy over the events at Katyn. The truth began to surface in 1943 when the Nazis uncovered the graves, using the discovery for propaganda. However, it wasn't until after the war that the full scope of the tragedy started to unfold, suppressed further by the Soviets. The dissolution of the Soviet Union in the 1990s opened the archives and allowed for joint Polish-Russian excavations, leading to a more comprehensive understanding of the massacre. Forensic examinations and the study of documents and personal effects found alongside the remains have provided harrowing insights into the systematic execution of the Polish elite. These excavations have also enabled the identification of many victims, finally giving closure to grieving families and the Polish nation. Number 4. Silver Treasure Shipwreck. Deep in the Atlantic, off the coast of Ireland, lies a treasure trove unlike any other, found 3 miles beneath the surface. It's the site of the SS Yorktown, a British cargo ship that met its fate during World War II when a German U-boat sent it to the ocean floor in February 1941. This ship wasn't just carrying ordinary cargo. Within its steel hold was a staggering load of silver. The recovery team unearthed over 1,000 bars of silver, amounting to approximately 1.4 million troy ounces, making it the heaviest and deepest collection of precious metals ever recovered from a shipwreck. This 48-ton bounty offers a glimpse into the past, revealing the vital role such vessels played in wartime logistics, even as they faced immense dangers. The SS Yorktown was more than just a commercial ship. It was part of the British government's war risk insurance policy. After its sinking, a substantial insurance payment of £325,000 was made in 1941, a testament to the value and importance of its cargo. Number 3. Stolen artworks. In the shadowy depths of World War II, a hidden war raged over Europe's cultural heritage. The Nazi regime orchestrated an unprecedented looting of art and cultural treasures on a massive scale, leaving a trail of lost and stolen masterpieces. Thousands of artworks were confiscated, sold under duress, or outright stolen, ending up in private collections, museums, and secret storages scattered across the continent. As the war waned, a dedicated group of Allied soldiers and experts, famously known as the Monuments Men, embarked on a mission to safeguard and recover these cultural treasures. Their efforts, both during and after the war, led to the discovery of vast caches of artworks hidden in places as unexpected as a salt mine in Altaussee, Austria, where over 6,500 paintings were found, and the fairy tale Neuschwanstein Castle in Germany. The journey of restitution has been long and complex, fraught with legal, ethical, and historical challenges. While many artworks have found their way back to their rightful owners or their descendants, countless others remain lost or mired in disputes. The story of Gustav Klimt's portrait of Adele Bloch-Bauer, famously depicted in the film Woman in Gold, highlights the emotional and legal intricacies involved in reclaiming stolen art. In recent years, the quest to trace and authenticate stolen artworks has been revolutionized by digital technology. Databases and international cooperation have become powerful tools in identifying and returning these cultural treasures. Institutions like the Art Loss Register, along with various national commissions, continue to lead efforts in this ongoing battle, ensuring that the legacies of the past find their rightful place in the light of the present. Number 2. Hidden Jewish artifacts. Beneath the streets of Vilnius, Lithuania, a treasure trove of Jewish history was unearthed. hidden away during one of history's darkest times. The Great Synagogue of Vilna, a once vibrant center of Jewish life and scholarship, suffered immense damage during the Holocaust and was later demolished by the Soviets. For decades, its ruins stood as a poignant reminder of a lost heritage. In 2016, archaeologists embarked on an exploration of these ruins and the surrounding area, making a groundbreaking discovery: a hidden chamber within the synagogue's complex tunnel system. Inside, they found a cache of religious artifacts, including scrolls, prayer books, and other ceremonial objects. These items, believed to have been concealed by the Jewish community during the Nazi occupation, were safeguarded from desecration or destruction. Number 1. German truck. Buried beneath the waters of a local river for over 75 years, an extraordinary relic from the Second World War was recently brought back to light. This wasn't just any military artifact. It was a German truck, initially used by civilians, but repurposed during the war to transport weapons and ammunition. The discovery of this truck is a rare glimpse into the past, as few such vehicles have survived the decades. Local residents, familiar with legends of the truck's watery grave, guided search teams to its location. Remarkably, parts of the truck were visible during dry summers, peeking out from the shallow waters, sparking curiosity and local lore. Over the years, pieces like the bonnet and seats were salvaged by the community. When fully recovered, the truck was astonishingly well preserved, complete with its original license plate. The vehicle now undergoes a careful restoration process. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.